Okay, let's do this info. And I didn't manage to actually change it. And to be honest, I'm not quite sure how to end it early, so I just let it run and talk over it. And next time I'll try again and look in the settings because I want to change it to a more universe-centered ones that fits our message more. Okay, here we go. And we are live, God knows where. And we do have a delay. You know that, right? That we are live a little bit later. So what we are saying now is not live directly, but it will live in a few seconds. And I don't think it's because of those 7-second delay that radio stations have to have when people call in, because some people are just nasty. It's just to do it. So let's do what we did last time. We were in the Easy AI system, and I created a response to a LinkedIn post, a comment, a message that I wanted to comment on, and I wasn't quite sure what I could say. So we have an app for that. We have an app for anything. So let me share the screen and show you exactly how I do it, because I haven't done it yet. So let's do it. Because what we are doing here is showing you business life unscripted while we are going about our business. There's nothing secret here. It's all public profiles, so we're not sharing private health information. We would never do that. But hey, what's on LinkedIn is public, right? So who cares? It's fine. So let's see. Here we go. And everything we are doing is public anyway. So here I'm connected with a lady. She's a personal trainer, Angie, fitness instructor, health coach, wellness educator, coach of multiple sports. And of course, those are what we call prospects. That means that are people that we feel would really benefit from our easy AI system. So we connect with them, say, I like what you do, let's connect. And she connected. She was kind enough, and I appreciate that. Hi, Dr. Christine. Thank you. Your work sounds fascinating as well. And it is, I must say, my work is fascinating. I love it. Thank you. Sounds great. Kind regards. That's kind. So I answered, thanks for the connection. And I said, I see you're interested in many things in education as well as being a single mom. I looked actually at her profile and found out all those things. And I really mean what I'm saying. You have some discipline and stamina. Kudos. So then I looked at something that I could say to connect with her deeper. And I found something that's controversial because I like to discuss things with people that are controversial. It shows me what kind of people they are, and they can see what people we are. So I found an article that was advocating for chess as a sport in New York City public schools. And parents of high school students want chess to be recognized as a sport by the athletic league. And I think it's ridiculous because chess is a sport, but it's mental exercise and it's definitely not physical exercise. So, yeah, it could be a mental exercise, but athletic league, it's weird. Offered in public schools makes sense, but not in phys ed, not as physical education. And I know there is clubs for that. So that's my opinion about it. Okay, so I offered that to her to give me her opinion. I'm curious to hear what she said. She said, You're welcome for the connection. Thank you as well. And yes, I have a lot of energy for life. Oh my God, I love that. In my 32 years of being a medical fitness professional, she's about my age, that means, a coach of several sports and work with athletes that require due discipline. Yeah, she's right. Many hours practicing, many hours training. It's hard. The end results being the physical and mental competitions against other real athletes and themselves. Cool. I'm an athlete at almost 54. Oh, well, she's younger, 10 years younger than me, and have coached my son and many other real athletes. What is a real athlete? Now I start thinking. She said that twice throughout life, running, swimming. So for her, real athlete is only physical athleticism, it seems. Okay. But it also requires mental prowess because otherwise you will never be a triathlete. Wow, look, 2-time triathlete. She has definitely some kind of discipline. I also train Army future soldiers. Wow, she's tough, ready to ship out. Yeah. Oh, wow, that's hard. I've heard about that. So many people can't pass basic training these days. And chess is not a sport. It's a definition thing. What is sport, right? Is it a mental game? It's a game of the mind. It's a sport in the mind. If you say sport is only physical exercise, she's right, and I agree. And there's nothing physical about chess. Well, she's right there. Um, it would be getting up from the table, going to the washroom, and sitting back down, right? When you sit for short or long periods of time doing a sedentary thing, that is not a sport or an athlete. I'm appalled at the notion and push of what delusional parents think are sports these days. Well, I agree to some extent because I think school sports should train the aspect of the children that are not fostered by the school system, which is physical exercise. They sit around all day. So, yes, I wouldn't agree with the school system and the parents that want sports equals sitting around playing chess. I still think playing chess is very valuable. There are many unconstitutional and ridiculous things going on in New York that I don't support or believe in. Okay, I agree, in the world, not just in New York. I said, thanks, Angie. I said to her, I couldn't agree more. Although I must say, as a brain health expert, that optimal brain and mental health, including the strategic thinking necessary to excel at chess, requires a healthy, strong body. Yeah, I agree with that. Mens sana in corpore sana, as the saying goes. I'm certain you would agree. And I invited her to my podcast. I thought she would be interested to talk about sparkles for better mental health or authentic AI insights. Right, Gary? So what Dizzy said, you are welcome. I'm sorry, she said. So she disagrees. But as a yoga instructor, which trains through energy and movement, also blah, 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 as if I didn't know. Now she's getting ridiculous, which also requires one to have a healthy diet, as if I didn't know, blah, blah, blah. Uh, I know because I still compete. What is she saying? I don't get what she's saying. And I've met and known many chess players, and most do not care about their diets, and most of them do not exercise in a gym or outside of one. Well, so what? What is she saying? She disagrees with me, but she doesn't have any arguments against my point. Because some chess players, and probably not the best ones, do not do any physical exercise. That doesn't say that a physical body doesn't contribute to a healthy mind. So she's past it. So she said, thank you and best wishes to you. That is kind of a bye bye, right? What do I say to her? Do I even respond? What do you think? Should I respond or should I just leave it?
Well, that's the thing with social media outreach and connecting with
Yeah,
others.
we don't even
On
know what she really means. And what I did actually before the break that we did is I took this comment and plugged it in our comment in a generator in our, let me share that, with lead generation. And I put in her comment, I copied that in, put our lead magnet, which of course is the 10 steps to create a grow a thriving coaching business, the product that we sell, which is the Easy AI system, and the avatar women over 40. So here's what our system generated as a comment. It's inspiring to hear how balanced body and mind contribute to your balanced journey. For those looking, come on, that's stupid, to build resilience and thrive, understanding business coaching could be the next step. What are your thoughts on combining this with personal growth strategies? That's interesting. Let's try something like it. I think I clicked another one. What did it say here? Your insights into the necessity of a balanced mind or body for athletes resonates well with the post's themes of discipline and wellness. For those intrigued by blending conscious living with entering the business world, understanding the connection would be important. I think that's even better, drawing connection between Let's see what she says to that. It's really a game and of social media. You never know if somebody likes something you do or if they hate something you do. You'll find out. And either way, it's fine with me. Now, I find this comment is more like what I'm thinking to answer to see if she's interested in anything we do. Because really, for me, it's not just about making new friends, which I'm not sure. We can't be a new friend in social media. But let's see, she's definitely not reacting to the podcast offer. So let's see if she's interested in any of that. And I should add, thanks, Angie. Love that. And I find it interesting. Let's see. Let's see what she said. Oops, no, that's not what I wanted. Here, that's what I wanted. And I'll add a little humanizer, don't they? Let's see if she agrees with me or not. Uh-huh. And let's do a little pitch, a soft pitch. If you or someone you know would like to hear more about it, please let me know. Oops. Okay. Pitch is done. I don't know what's going to happen, but it was kind of fun to try it. Oh, I didn't share this tab, I see. So I just wrote this post. I hope you could see it. I wrote that. Thanks, Angie. Love that. Your insight resonate well. There's a post. I structured it a little better. And I said, if you or someone you know would like to hear more about it, please let me know. So I'm really curious what's going to happen. What do you think, Gary, is going to happen? I'm back, I
Well, I'm
think.
not really sure. Can you hear
Hmm?
me?
Yeah, I can hear you.
Oh, all right. I wasn't sure. Yeah, who knows? You never know what you're going to get with social media. So it's always great to connect with other people and like-minded individuals and see how you can work together to maybe help each other out. But you just never know on that initial contact.
I always find it interesting that sometimes when you offer some insights or some questions, sometimes people get offended. And I have a very clear attitude about offended. For me, nobody ever can offend me. And I sometimes get the reaction, huh?
That's a choice, right? To be if you're going to
Yeah.
be offended or not is your choice.
It's my choice whether I let anybody offend me. And really, the only way, if you have proper boundaries, the only way you can get hurt, except for physical assault, if you let it happen. Otherwise, they can say whatever they want. They can hurl assault weapons in form of words at me. You can say you're the worst person ever. Who cares? I don't.
Yes,
If
move
those
on.
people want to spew their poison and feel bad themselves, because I'm sure that their anger and their disdain and their hatred feels bad to them, I don't have to take it on. It's the same with TV news, by the way. I mean, it's people's choice, number one, whether they watch the news, but some news are often helpful because you want to know what's going on because it may affect you. Right? During COVID, they had those stupid closures that didn't help, but they were implemented and you could end in jail if you didn't do it. I don't appreciate going to jail. I don't like it. I don't like institutional food, as Dr. Amen says, and orange is not his color. I like his attitude. He said he doesn't enjoy jail food, so he does everything he can to stay out of jail. That makes sense. So
Right.
during COVID, I did the same thing. I don't want to go to jail. I don't want to be out booted. So to a certain extent, you need to conform, even if you don't agree. And
Right.
we are still a little bit of a democracy, more in the US than in Canada, I hope. But people will disagree with that too. That's fine. Go for it.
Well,
Disagree.
you can't take the thing is about the TV and these screens that people have their face glued to is you can't take anything as gospel on there. They aren't uh, they are not held to a high standard. They are able to lie to the public basically, and
Absolutely.
yeah. So how do you know what's true or not? And there's a lot of disinformation. So best thing is to always dig a little deeper beyond the headline or the uh, what's going across the screen, the ticker. You got to dig a little deeper than beyond the headline. You got to dig into it, find out what's real and what isn't, because a lot of the information out there is not real, and it's um, designed that way for a reason, right?
I was born and raised in Germany. My grandparents lived there, and I heard a lot of stories how propaganda affects and how it gets implemented. We learned all about that in school. I never thought it would happen again. So it's really interesting to watch the developments. That's all I can say. It's interesting. It's not necessarily enjoyable, but it's interesting. Whatever happens in the world, I have the attitude, not it's terrible. Oh my God, can you see I have the attitude of curiosity. Isn't that interesting?
Well, ever since they got the green light to legally lie to the public, which I believe happened in 2012, um, they have the green light to lie to the public. So you think they're ever going to tell you the truth if they're allowed to lie to you legally? Probably not.
And now it's even worse. We have those deep fakes that AI easily can do. So you can make a video of anybody and
Yep.
make a photo that looks like them talking, something they would never say. So you really don't know. And I said to my husband, my neighbors, listen, what's on the screen may or may not be true. We don't know. The only thing I know is I'm sitting in the room with you right now in person. I can touch you. You're real. What's on any screen, even when you watch us, could or could not be true. Well, in fact, this one is true because it's us, but we don't have the means to do a deep fake, and I wouldn't do it. But there's lots of people that have the means, so there's a money thing involved, right?
Yes, absolutely.
Follow the money trail. That's what I always say,
Always,
and it's
always.
a good way to find out the truth. And you have to dig to follow it because they hide it well. It's interesting. That's all I want
Yes,
to say.
yes. Ask
Same with
questions
social
always.
media.
Right.
People think there's truth in social media. No, social media is great to connect with people because it's a platform. You can connect, but there's a lot of stuff out there.
It's a tool, just like AI is a tool, right? These
Yeah,
are tools. You either use them or you don't. A lot of people are skeptical, fearful, apprehensive with AI, but I mean, it's a tool, and you can either use it or you don't. And I don't think at this time, if you don't use it, you're going to be left behind. If you're
yeah,
not using it, your competition's definitely using it, and they're going to be more successful, and you're going
yeah,
to keep falling behind, and it's going to be harder to play catch up later.
yeah, you're right. I talked to a neighbor of ours yesterday, a wonderful person, and she said to me, "Oh my God, do you know how many animals are tortured in this world?" I say, "Yeah." I said, "Yesterday there was a dog, and she told me about it, and she's very anxious anyway." So I said, "Okay, why do we watch that?" Well, and then there was this animal, and it was tortured. And I said, "Why did you keep watching it?" Well, they showed it to me. And I said, "How about there's an off button on your phone? You can put the phone away if it bothers you. Yes, there's lots of animals tortured. There's lots of people tortured. There's children being tortured. There's wars in this world. If you take that on, you end up in a mental hospital very fast."
Yeah, I like to stick to positivity, positive messages, of course. I mean, there's so much negativity out there in the media and all around us. And, it's best to embrace positivity and keep a positive mindset because that's what's going to propel you forward.
You have a lot of wisdom in that. And knowing that the brain is programmed to prefer the negative messages, the fear based messages first, because it was a survival instinct 10,000 years ago. And the news media and the propagandist knows about that. So every time they want you to do something, they push out a fear message. Oh,
Yes.
do this or you'll die. It works.
Oh, yeah, exactly. You get the people in fear, they're easy to control. And of course, they always want control, right? I mean,
How can we help
that's
the
what it's all
people get
about.
over the fear of the uncertainty, the fear of change? Our world is full of change. The uncertainty is great. I mean, right now, with I'm in Canada, you're in the US, the relations are a little strained for whatever reason. And so many people I see, they are gripped with fear. It doesn't affect me at all. How can we help those poor people to let go of their fear and say, it's okay, whatever happens is okay?
Well, yeah, they gotta break away from that trap that they're in and quit paying attention. I think where you want to focus is on yourself, working on yourself. The greatest project you're ever going to work on is yourself. Make yourself better. Get smarter every day. Get healthier every day, and just take care of your mindset and keep it
Mm.
positive, because they're going to bombard you with negativity and tragedy and all this suffering around us. You don't have to accept that or fall into that, and you can work on
Right.
yourself and get better and take care of those around you and live in that realm rather than what's on the screen and what's happening in the world, basically.
I couldn't agree more. I think one of the most important skills in this world is to find the off button.
Yes,
And
absolutely. And if you're going to have the button on, focus on positive things. There's plenty of
like
things
our
out there.
videos here.
Right. We put out content every day, and that's why we do it. We want to put positivity out there because you can reprogram your brain. And it's been hit with so much negativity, suffering, tragedy over a lifetime that you have to make a conscious effort of reprogramming it with positive information.
Yeah. Reframing, reprogramming yourself. And it has to be your choice. Don't let anybody else reprogram you. That's not a good choice. It's
Yes.
always a choice as long as you're not physically restrained. It's your choice, and be aware of that. As adults, not children, as adults, we have a choice. I made a course on YouTube. It's free. If you go to my private channel, my previous channel, you can get it for free. Choices. It's a really good course. Not much watched. People should learn to make informed choices about their
Yes.
own life, their own body, and we call it responsibility. Wasn't it Ralph Waldo Emerson that wrote about responsibility? Ah, your wife, God love her.
Yeah. Yes. It's so important, and that's it's another choice, right? You can choose
Self
to.
reliance, that's the article, right? It's
Yes.
American Literature, Self Reliant by Ralph Waldo Emerson. I've read it at some point.
Good
He
stuff.
was a hermit in the woods for a reason. Now we don't have to do that, but we have to
Right,
learn
right.
to
I feel
set
like it
boundaries.
sometimes. I feel like it sometimes. I want to go
Yeah.
off grid and disappear because it just sometimes seems so bad out there. But
Mm.
you don't have to embrace that at all. You can turn it off, like you said. And when you're going to have it on, focus on positivity, good things.
Yeah.
There's a lot of good information out there. There's a lot of things that can help you grow and learn. So much personal development you can get involved in and improve yourself. And that's where people need to focus.
Yeah. I
That's where
think
I like to focus.
self development, personal growth, reading books that lift you up. And if you are inclined that way, we both are Christians in the background, not necessarily religious, church going religious, which many people are not these days, but some are, depends on the pastor and the church, nothing against you. And all religions really have the same focus to connect as humans with the spiritual source. And in times of great uncertainty and strife, when we don't understand what's happening, it helps to connect with that so you can see maybe there's a greater purpose. Even that possibility makes you feel better. Well, what if there's a God that has it all in the hand and we just don't know what is going on because we are just people, we are just humans. I like that idea. I don't need to be in control all the time. Let go, let God. That's the old saying, right? It's true.
And right. And I think getting outside in nature is huge. There's beauty all around us. And enjoy that, absorb it, soak it in.
Yes. It's important, though, when you go get out, that you really are mindful of that. And not, there are
Yes.
many people that listen to the news while they are jogging or while they are walking. Bad idea. Focus on the beauty of nature. I walk my dog and I watch him roll in the snow or roll in the sand or whatever he's rolling in, even the dirt. And I laugh like hell because it's funny to watch a little dog enjoying themselves. A dog is a classic example of applied mindfulness. Just you have dogs too, right? It's fun to watch them. It keeps you in the
Yes.
moment. They are not
Yes. I
worried
love.
about their future.
Oh
And
no, they're just carefree and enjoying everything around like we need to do more often.
Now, some people might say, well, they depend on us to feed them, which is true. But to be honest, we are fed. We are not in any danger of starving, right? Even if we lose a lot of our assets, we are not in any danger currently of starving or dying. We just think we are.
Mhm. Right. Yeah. That's if you're caught in that doom loop, that
Mm.
never-ending doom loop on all the screens that are in front of us all day.
And that's another thing I think we need to talk about sometime, the fear of death. So many people are afraid of dying. And I think the only reason for somebody to be afraid of dying is if they never live.
Right. I mean, nobody gets out of here alive. Period. So there's no reason to be fearful of that. You
And
know it's
yeah, that's
inevitable.
something I would really like to sometimes go deeper in. And I think there's interest in because, of course, I worked on palliative care. And many people say, oh, I'm not afraid of death. And then they end up on palliative care, have cancer, and they're terrified because they're never really emotionally connected and let go of that need to be alive. And at some point, when you achieve the point that you can say, okay, if I die right now, it was fine. I lived my life so far to the best of my abilities. I did what I had to do. I did what I wanted to do, at least most of it. That's fine.
Yes,
And you can reach that state at any time in your life.
absolutely.
Inner peace and serenity. Many people long for that.
Well, it's there. It's attainable for sure. But like everything, it takes work, and
Yeah.
the more you work at something, the better you get, and then it becomes second nature. And
Regarding work, let's work on spreading the word about the easy AI system and the AI wellness universe. Because we are
yes,
not dead yet, we are not dying yet. And some people think, oh, inner peace, serenity, I just sit back and wait. That's not really what we want to do as humans.
no, go after what you want. You got to go after it. You got to
That's a
make
good
it happen.
question. First, you need to know, what do you want? What's your passion and purpose? That's a big thing for many people. They don't have it.
Right, right.
We'll do a
And
show about
I
that.
understand a lot of people are overstimulated. There's a lot going on in the world right now, so it's hard to get back to that inner peace, that inner connection. I think sometimes a lot of people have lost that connection with their inner self.
Yeah. Then they say things like, well, once I have the house that I'm saving for, I'll be happy. Uh-uh, doesn't work.
Right. You have to be happy in the moment now, and
You
then
can
those
be.
things come.
You can learn to be. So let's connect with people and see if we can make them happy. No, not likely. Their choice. Happiness is a choice, folks.
Yes, it is. I
Okay,
choose
how
happy.
about you try our easy AI system and see how it works? I'm
Mm,
curious. We trained all those beautiful apps, and you're an expert at prompting. And if you don't know it, Gary is a certified AI specialist, and he is amazing at it. Not just a good human being, but really smart AI, cool AI guy, right? Gary, not Jerry.
Gary, not Jerry. Right. We had to write a song about it.
Oh, we had
We,
Shadi write a song too, and he's a pretty good fellow, jolly good fellow, I think. We might sing that on our Wednesday show when we go live. Tomorrow I can't, I have clients, but on Wednesday morning we go live, and maybe we'll do it then. You want to hear it? Let us know in the comments.
right. We're gonna make it known. So some people see my name the way it's spelled a little differently. So of course I get Jerry a lot, but it is Gary, and both work just as well. So it's not that big of a deal. But we have fun with it.
Yeah.
Christine and I have fun with everything. So we spend a lot of time working, but we're also having fun, and we enjoy doing what we're doing. So
And I can say from experience, Gary is not offended if you call him Jerry.
no, not at all.
There's
I
no need
don't
for
even
that
notice.
nonsense.
I don't even notice sometimes. Right?
Did anybody ever mispronoun you? What was that nonsense with that?
No, no. Yeah, that was nonsense. It is nonsense. It's kind of ridiculous, but I know a lot of
And
people
please,
embrace
if
that.
you want to call me them, there, or he, I will gently correct you and say that's maybe not the right way to address me, but I don't care. You can call me man, you can call me whatever. I don't care. I really don't. I know who I am, so what you think doesn't matter.
That's right. Yeah, I think that's just another distraction. Who wants to waste time with that? I mean, I think that's a waste of time, maybe.
Waste of time. That's a great topic to talk about sometime. Yes. So much wasted time.
Yeah, we have. I mean, everybody has the same 24 hours, and you want to maximize it as much as possible. And why wouldn't you? I want to use every minute to learn, grow. I mean, have fun. You're going to have fun doing it too, but just so much you can do in 24 hours. Of course, you have to get some sleep, right? But um,
And eat and do the
yes,
opposite. Oh,
sleep and eat, unless you're fasting. A lot of
yeah.
people are fasting these days. Good for them. It's great. I love
Yeah.
fasting.
I know you're a big fan of it and you did really well with it. I'm a fan too. It can help
Yes,
a lot
absolutely.
when done right. And of course, you need to
Yes,
drink. Don't
yes,
just fast and do nothing. That will kill you fast. 3 days without water, a week, I think. Not a good idea.
right.
I did a whole course about intermittent fasting. Very helpful, shows you everything. And of course, the books by, what's his name, the obesity coach, Jason Fung.
Well, we have
Uh,
actually we have an app for that, don't we, Christine? Don't we
oh,
have an app?
absolutely. We have an app that helps you to develop your intermittent fasting plan. We have an intermittent fasting coach. We have all kinds of weight loss apps, nutrition apps, different diets if you want recipes. We have a 4 week weight loss planner, and you have that 4 week fitness planner that actually is very personalized. They all are personalized.
That's my favorite. I love that one. I mean, we use so many of our apps. We use all of them actually, but so many of those apps that we use to improve our health, wellness, our fitness. I mean, the fitness app is great. I love it. And then all the coaches we have too. I mean, business coaches, sales coaches. I mean, there's just so much there. And you ever have a question, you just plug it in, bam, you got an answer, expert level answer, top answer you can get of all that information out there. So that's the
And
beauty of
I think the
AI.
difference between just asking ChatGPT and us is our system is actually not just ChatGPT and other answer engine, but it's a little bit filtered through our over 100 years of experience. And
Right.
so you get that sorted by what's really helpful. And I just want to invite you to try it. I use our system, of course, every day for everything I do. When you see me do something on social media, probably the easy AI system does something. When you see images, video, probably the AI system has something to do with it. Everything we do, everything we work gets done with the easy AI system because it's easy.
Yes, and we live training every Tuesday, so we're showing how these apps work live in action, which is awesome. We get a lot of great feedback from that. I mean, so many people light up when they see some of the things that we offer and the capabilities of the tools that we have, and it's amazing. I love to see the faces light up. People are genuinely interested, engaged, want to learn more. They're hungry for it. Once they get in, they're just hungry for more because there's so much there.
Yeah, our book writing boot camp was cool the other day, and we got so much done in just a day from nothing to manuscript. And now we do a publishing boot camp and a book marketing boot camp. I wrote 13 books. I know how it works, self publishing, non-fiction books. Please don't get me with romance novels. I'm not an expert in that at all.
No, but you're such a great teacher, and everybody that was at the event really, I mean, we got such great feedback. People learned a lot, and people are hungry for the next event, which is coming up next month in April. I believe
April
that
26th.
there you go. So that'll be about publishing that book that we were working on. So we helped people create their manuscript, and we're going to help them publish. And then after that, we will probably have an event for marketing, right? Because
Yeah,
that's
I
the
think
next
we
thing. You got to
planned
market
for
the book.
June 7th. Yeah, how to make money with your book or lead magnet, because for many people, they need money. So it's possible to use your expert status to make money, but you have to do it right. And what we do is give you the lowest cost option to achieve that. You can buy
Yes,
it from
that's my
others. We
favorite
do it.
part. About
Yeah.
what we do, my favorite part is when we go live or we're doing our live training or our boot camps. I mean, they're phenomenal. It's fun. We get to connect with the people, and it's one of my joys in what we do.
Yeah, and it's really amazing to see how people go from, oh, I have that idea, to, wow, I got so much done. I can't wait to prompt that book cover, because Gary, you did a nice book cover creator up. It does really well. I mean, it's still a little tricky to get writing on AI images, and many of you that try it have noticed that AI is notorious in misspelling it. It's getting much better, and Gary has a trick for that, and he
Well,
put it
you,
in
you
our
remember
apps.
the early days. Remember the early days, Christine, when you would get like an extra hand, or the hands were backwards, or an arm. Yeah, it was kind of crazy. So yeah, I mean, it's gotten so much better since then, and the text will get better too. Everything's getting better all the time, just like us.
Yeah, that's true. I love that experience, that journey, and that is a roller coaster ride I love to be on. When I was young, I enjoyed roller coaster. Now I have a bad back. No more roller coasters for me, except for in business. Cool.
Yes, there's plenty of roller
Um,
coasters there, but I mean, it's fun and exciting at the same time. So.
Gary, show us a little bit how you connect with people. I think that will be helpful, and maybe you have an idea or two too. And we always love to work together because we fertilize each other's minds, and that is good.
I was trying to share my screen and I was having a little trouble
Okay,
there.
on the bottom here,
Difficult.
there's a button. Can you see that
Yeah,
share?
I see it. Right. Yes, I was
Then it
trying to
should
get.
let you share the screen, and let you pick a tab, Windows tab, and it should let you share a LinkedIn or a Facebook tab, but you need to open it first, of course.
Right.
The only thing I think that we shouldn't show is personal information, financial information. It's nobody's business. Not that I think you that are watching us right now would do anything with it, but there's scammers around. I don't enjoy being scammed. We both have been scammed, and to defend yourself against scammers is a hassle. I feel bad for seniors being scammed. I just talked to a lady. She was scammed out of $10,000 by that Trudeau scam. I've seen it. It looked very real, an investment opportunity by our prime minister. Well, we know all he's rich, so it made sense in a way, but it was
Oh
obvious
yeah.
scam.
These
To
people are
me,
good
it
at what they
was.
do.
Yeah, yeah. They're getting better, and it's mean. You just
Yeah.
click on something, and I had nearly was scammed by a Microsoft scam. They put a mat on the whole screen and said, "There's an error on your system. Call this number immediately or click to get support." And I nearly did. And then I got smart enough and thought, hey, better reach out on my phone and call them. And they said, oh no, that's a scam. Look at that. Scam, scam, scam. A friend of mine got scammed by the same Microsoft scam. It took a cost of $4,000 because it was a corporate account she was linked to.
Are you
She had to
seeing
pay
my
a
screen?
penalty. I see your screen. I
So
see the academy,
yeah.
and yeah,
So
I can
I
see
love
it.
how you clean this up, Christine. We've gotten so much more organized here, so you can see.
Why don't you see as much? You're logged in as what instance? I think you're logged in with the wellness.
Oh yeah, I am. You're right.
You're on the wrong instance. You might want to log in as the entrepreneurial that gets access to everything. Our entrepreneurs, we have different systems that we sell for different prices. So if you're just starting out, you might want to be a writer, just an author's AI. It's only $27.99. Or you want the Explorer AI, which starts at $27.99, and so on. We have add-ons for food. We have add-ons. The Bible AI is great for those who want to get really pertinent Bible quotes and then make them on wonderful images. You can see ours on social media. They are gorgeous. I really love them. And they're helpful. I think they can be helpful if people notice them, which is another thing. Many people, they don't even look anymore. They're so stupefied by everything that's going on, so overwhelmed that they are going like a chicken with the head cut off. And that reminds me, when I was 9 years old, my parents took me to a farm where we lived in Germany. And because I was curious, I wanted to see a chicken and I wanted to dissect it because I wanted to see what's inside. So they said, we'll take you to a farm and we'll get you a chicken that still has the innards in it. medical doctor in the coming. My parents supported that, and I'm grateful for that. So they took me to a farm, the 9-year-old me, and said, "Which chicken do you want?" said the farmer. And I pointed on some, and they caught the chicken, put it on a block, chopped the head off. And the chicken ran around with the head cut off. And nowadays people would be shocked by it. Why? It's nature.
Right.
It's nature. If you want to eat chicken, if you want to eat animals, you need to take into account that other animals will be dying for your nourishment. And I
How is
wrote
that?
about that in my book. But I think it is important for us to recognize that that is a natural thing for humans. If the animals are killed humanely, in my books, there's nothing wrong with it. I had very bad fights with vegans. And I asked them, what about carrots? We know that carrots have feelings and plants have feelings. So if you kill a carrot, isn't that hurting the carrot too? They have no answer for that. They usually go off Zoom then and end the discussion. But it's true. So, I mean, it's live and live, let live, right? It's interesting.
It
So I
is
think it's
interesting.
something that people need to think about. What is natural for humans? What is acceptable? And everybody has to make their own decision. Okay, you
Right.
ready? Let's show it. I talk too much. Tell me when I talk too much. You are
No, not
allowed
at
to
all.
interrupt me.
No, you never talk too much. You're great.
Oh, yes, I do. Just ask
Can
my
you
husband.
can you see my screen?
Yes, I can. I see the AIWU, which is an abbreviation for the AI
Okay.
Wellness Universe
So
Academy, our training videos.
yeah, so I logged out and I came back in. So now you see everything
Cool.
here on the left,
Yes.
right?
Ah,
So
cool.
yeah, this is our academy. When you open it up, I mean, this is awesome. We have videos for our apps and shows you how to use them, walkthrough videos, and we haven't completed them all. We have over 120 apps at this point, I believe. I lose track because we're always creating new apps. We get feedback from our members. They want specific apps for something they're working on. We like to try to accommodate them and get that app made. So we've been working on some new apps. We have some great sales apps. I mean, for running your business, we have everything you need right here in house in one easy to use platform, and that's why we call it the Easy AI system because that's why we created it. So as you see, we have lots of videos for everything here, and we're creating more every day because we have 100 plus to make. So yeah,
And Gary, you didn't tell them, but most of the videos you did because you're such a wizard in slowly walking people step by step to what they need to do to actually successfully use these easy to use app. It's much easier than most people think. And but some people really need to be led and shown how easy it is, that you just can say, make me an image of a human baby in the universe, and boom, that's all.
right, right. It's that easy, and we try to always simplify things as much as possible. We want to make everything super user friendly because we we're here for everybody. So the non-tech savvy people that think that they can't do AI or they can't function in this digital age. I mean, it's hard to run a business in this digital age unless you're going to embrace some technology. You're going to have it, unless you're making big money and you can hire a team of 20 people to do all these things for you.
Yeah, right.
AI provides that team for you,
Hmm,
and it never sleeps, and it's not waiting for a paycheck either. So it's pretty great. But yes, we
that's
keep our and we make the videos simple too. I try to keep them short, to the point, and show you exactly what you need. So it's not wasting your time with a lot of fluff. It's just straight into using our platform and using that app. So it's
cool.
pretty cool.
Now let's connect with some people on social media and see if it works. Now, to be honest, what I always say is when we are on Zoom or on live stream apps and streaming, while we are doing this, it takes extra computer resources. And that can sometimes lead to one of the computers crashing. So if that happens, please be patient. We'll come back. What I found is usually, even if it gives us an error message in the Easy AI system, after I come back and reload the page, there it is. It still did it. It's just my computer didn't show it because the capacity, I don't have the most modern system. I don't want to invest constantly in new computers. It's crazy. So you need a reasonably new computer system. I think mine is 2 years old. And if it's older than 5 years, you might want to replace it.
Right. Yes.
So how about you look for our social media apps in the marketing and sales tab? I reorganized everything
Yeah.
actually
So
this
look at all
morning.
this. We have so much for social media content: Facebook, LinkedIn, Instagram,
And if you
coaches,
need a
trainers.
strategy, ask the sales trainer, ask the business coach. They give you an excellent strategy for everything.
Yes, and we've packed in tons of knowledge into these apps too.
Oh,
Christine's
yeah.
many decades of experience, and
Well, both of
mine as
ours,
well.
right?
Right,
Yeah.
mine as well. They're both in there. We've put all this information in there, fed it a huge knowledge base, and
Yeah.
the questions, and all the answers to your questions are right there.
And what we did is not only trained it on the most common and most pertinent websites for the topic, but also my content from the last 10 years. I did a lot of really good content around health, wellness, brain health, and so on, and also marketing and sales for wellness professional. And so did Gary. And so we put it all in and fed our supercomputer in the back end with all that information. And by the way, if you're a paid member, and you have really good content, please share it with us so we can feed our base knowledge base with your content too, so our users can benefit from it.
Yes.
The commenter, there it is.
So I was looking at this social media post commenter here. This is something valuable to use if you want to engage with others on social media and start connecting. Social media outreach is big, right? You got to have a presence there. It's great to
That's
have a
when you
presence.
have a commenter. When you first start connecting, I think you should start with the Wellness Sales 01, the question generator, and start leading with a question after you first connected. And it generates questions pertinent to your product, your avatar, and it's quite interesting. And we might actually make it better by plugging in, well, the avatars, of course, the target market. For us, it would be female wellness entrepreneurs over 40. Whatever yours is, probably similar in many cases. It's one of the most targeted demographics. If you have a really good product or service, it will create outreach questions that you can use to start a conversation on social media. And that's always the thing when you want to connect with somebody, start a conversation, ask them about their opinion.
Yes, be
People want
curious.
to talk about one thing, and that's themselves. So ask them about their opinion, and they'll be happy to tell you everything they want
People
to
love to
say.
talk about themselves. Yes, so you open the gates to that, and the information will flow.
So the next thing is when you tell them something, they will bring an objection. Then you can use the number 2, the objection crusher.
Boom! Look at that. Yes, this is huge. A lot of people have a problem with
And
objections and how
I
to
think we
overcome them.
even put a button on it that you can go from the question generator directly to the crusher. Try that and see if it's there. I'm not sure if it did. Did you put that in? Yeah, there it is. Look, it's cool. Send
Yeah, I
to
love these
Valdez.
buttons at the bottom. So you can go from app to app, so you don't have to copy and paste and move it from one app to the other. Basically, after you plugged in your information into this app, you get your answers, and then you can send it to directly into the objection crusher, or you can send it to another app. You can go here and then you
Oh,
can
look
pick the
at
app,
that.
and here's all
That's
our
cool.
apps, and you can choose the app you want to send it to. So it's just another time saving. Uh, it,
It's
that steps
I
out of
haven't
the process.
tried that, Gary. Just for fun, I have to try to plug that question into the gratitude generator. That would be interesting. I would make something, or the affirmation wizard, just for fun.
Yeah, let's see. We're going to try
I've
that
never
now.
tried it.
Affirmation wizard. Let's go
I
there.
don't know
Check
if
it
it
out.
will work. Fill in your form. It put something in it. I love the affirmation wizard. It's beautiful. I can only say it makes amazing positive affirmation, even if you put something negative in here.
Wellness
Wellness
needs
needs of
of
women.
women over 40.
That's what it
Evolve.
made for it. Evolving. What does it say? Evolving? Does it stop there?
Yeah, it stops there. I think that's all it took over. That's kind
Mm.
of interesting.
Yeah. Aspect ratio, you can pick it.
Yep. Here's all the difference. So depending on where you're posting, square is usually pretty safe, but if you want to go phone, 9/16, you got the portrait, landscape. Yep.
Landscape is great if you want to do a blog post about an affirmation and you want an image on top of your blog. I recommend 16:9. Social media 1:1 is great, but LinkedIn, for example, if you are specific to that, is 5:4. And you can, of course, do Facebook posts any size you want. For book covers, we usually use a 5:4, I believe. Yeah,
I,
it's quite
I, I,
interesting.
I actually pushed the button. I want to see what it does with
Good.
this. It's always
I'm
fun to see
curious.
what we get, right? We're doing this live too, so who knows
It,
what'll happen, but that's how you learn and find things out. A lot of times you got to click on buttons, try things. You can't just open the system up and get overwhelmed. Like, what do I do? No, you got to poke around, see
it's
what happens. You can't break anything. You can't hurt. You can't. There is no wrong uh,
Yeah, I think
thing
many
to
of
do here.
our users in the beginning they take it too seriously. They said, "What do I do next?" Well, just play with it. Consider it a mixture between serious business and video game.
Yes, and have
It
fun
can be,
doing it.
yeah, it can be so much fun when you see, oh my God, what nonsense did it create here? Well, then you can change it. But it makes you chuckle.
Right.
It puts you in a good mood, even if the AI produces sometimes nonsense. And sometimes you're surprised and say, "Wow, I never thought it would produce that. That makes
Some,
sense."
sometimes you use those blunders just to lighten the mood and put something funny out there. You know,
Yeah. And
people
I
need
found
that.
that the worst results you get when you try to micromanage AI, when you tell it exactly, I want a star on the top right of the image. Bad idea. Let
Right.
it be
Yeah.
creative.
You don't need to be a prompting engineer really to work with our system. Actually, less is more a lot of times.
You're right. I found the
I think
best
we've
result.
dialed it in so much that I mean it's really working right now so well.
Yeah, I think we both say, just do it. Put something in. Oh, look at that. What did it say? Just read it. I can't read it.
Yeah, I thrive with vitality and grace, embracing the evolving wellness needs of my powerful self at 40 and beyond.
Nice.
That's
What
pretty cool. This
kind of nice?
affirmation focuses on the present moment, highlighting vitality and grace as key aspects of wellness for women over 40. So, yeah, this is pretty interesting. And
Oh, they're
here's the
beautiful.
images. And then here you go. Here's your affirmation.
It's interesting. I had a client actually, she criticized, she was overweight, and she criticized that all those images show beautiful, young, slim women or men. And it's true. AI tends to idealize people. But honestly, what does it matter? Because inside of your body, whatever it looks on the outside, there's a beautiful person inside. And even if you weigh 500 pounds today, on the inside is a beautiful person, whatever you want to see in you. So
Right.
I,
Stop
I
wasting time looking for reasons to be offended. Some people are always looking for reasons to be offended or be the victim, and you're going to always find what you're looking for. So,
Mhm,
if you're looking for that, you're going to find it.
yeah, yeah, and you're right. Focus on the beauty in the images, on the sunset, on the nature, on the little stones, on the thing, and look at the visualization exercise. What I do with those visualizations below it, I plug them in our voiceover editor. I use Emily because Emily voice is calm and quiet and connected. And when you plug that in the voiceover wizard, first you have to copy it and then I plug it in. When you do that, you get a beautiful affirmation MP3 that you can download on your phone and listen to it. You can go to sleep with it, you can relax with it, you can make your own meditation video. It's great. You can use it with self-havening. I teach self-havening. I really love that. Uh, yeah. I think you have to. Did you copy the text?
No, I didn't copy it. I was just bringing
Okay.
it.
Yeah. You can
I
plug
mean,
it
we
in
have
there in the
it
text
takes a while to
area.
generate. It takes a
Yeah.
while to generate, especially when we're on camera. So we have some
Yeah.
already here in the hopper.
Okay.
You know,
Yeah. If you want to show at the bottom one, that's an inspirational. That's one of them affirmations, I'm pretty
this one
sure.
here. Can you hear that?
No, didn't share the sound.
How do
It
you share this?
opens in a new window, and I think you need to share the sound. That's
Oh,
okay.
yes.
We have it on the website, though.
Okay. Well,
We have in the blogs in the website part. I did a few of them and I put it out on our main website, which is ai-wellness-universe.org. And on that website, I put in the blog area a few affirmations, and I also train and put a blog out how to create beautiful affirmation and voiceovers and AI videos with those affirmations, because they're just gorgeous. If you work in mental health, they are perfect for your client. If I have a client that is struggling with something, I always ask them, what are you struggling with today? And they might say, oh, I have pain in my joints. I plug in joint pain in the affirmation wizard. Boom, it creates an affirmation specific for them. And then I create a video for them, give it to them to take home with the image. I can download it as an MP3 with that blue arrow. It's gorgeous. And it really is a value item that you can give your clients. It's included for free in your AI Wellness Universe or Easy AI System subscription. And it is very effective. Just look at that beautiful visualization. When I do it with client, you can edit it, by the way. There's a little pencil if you want to edit it. It's everything you need. It's amazing. And what I do something when I do it with clients, even live, when I say it to them myself, because even with the best AI voices like we have, a human voice is more expressive. And I can slow down and maybe change a little bit according to the client when I know them. And it makes a deep, deep impact. And I find AI can so much improve my humanity with that. Oh, you copied it? Yeah, plug it in the description. Yeah, there you
so I
go.
copied
It's all
it,
there.
pasted it
Yeah.
over here. So see,
And
you
what
have
I
options at the top. You can do
mhm,
text. You can put your website in here, and it'll do a voiceover about your website, which is pretty cool.
yeah. And then I usually do
And then you could pick
inspiration.
the theme: hype, sales, story time, announcement, inspirational, random facts. Do you see the drop down, Christine, or
No,
no?
we can't see it, but just
Yeah,
pick
I didn't think
inspiration
so.
for now. And then the
We'll pick
advanced settings.
inspirational,
Yeah. And then
advanced settings. Boom, you
yeah,
go to here. This is where you can really get into details. Pick your language. You can pick your voice. So we have all these voices here.
we can't see
Um,
them. Just pick Emily for
oh,
now
you can't
because
see them either. I forgot the
no,
drop downs
no.
don't show. So we picked
Yeah,
Emily, which is the one
yeah.
Christine likes. So you
How
probably
many
can't.
Welcome
slides do
to
we
our
need?
AI-powered
Yeah,
platform.
I can hear it.
You can hear
Good.
it. Okay, this is
Yeah.
Emily's
Your
voice.
creativity is our command.
Okay.
Nice and soothing
How
and
many
calm. Perfect
slides?
for affirmations. Number of slides you determine the duration of the video there. So you got 40
Or the
seconds.
MP3? Is it enough? I don't know.
Oh yeah, the MP3. Yeah.
Yeah, yeah. In this case, it
So it
goes
goes
up
up
to
to 20
20. Mhm.
minute and 40 seconds. That'll be so
Yeah, 12 is probably a good number.
12. Let's try
Let's
12.
try
Okay.
it. I like Emily a little slow. She's slow,
Yes.
so I don't want her to speed up too much, because I noticed when you don't pick the number right and make her too fast, she speeds up. Then it gets sounding a little hectic. So you can always do it over again. It's included in the subscription. You don't pay for another voiceover. If it isn't to your satisfaction, just change the thing. That was pretty fast.
Do it as
Look.
many you can do it as many times as you like. Yeah, you make
Yeah,
adjustments. And yeah, that was really fast.
that's pretty cool.
So I can play it, but you won't be able to hear the sound here.
I think our mothership, as I call the base version that we built our system off, is improved because, of course, we didn't reinvent the wheel.
Feel the crisp air on your skin
Ah,
and the gentle breeze that whispers through the trees, carrying the scent of blooming flowers. As you step into the garden, the dewy grass grounds you to the earth, while birds fill the air with their harmonious song. The sun's rays envelop you in warmth and peace, and each step brings a deeper sense of calm and connection. Lush foliage surrounds you, symbolizing your own growth and evolution. Take a deep breath.
So there you go. Did you hear that? You could hear that, right?
Yes, and she was speeding up, so it was a little bit too fast, but it was good.
Right, right. So that was good that we got to see that. So that's
Yeah,
where you want to make adjustments in the duration and the amount of slides so you don't get the voice to speed up or slow down too much. So yeah, that's pretty awesome. I love that.
yeah, we have a few really good stuff there. So what do we want to, did we do the objection crusher? We can plug the question. When you go back in the question generator, I'm really curious. Now we have different, put the button and see how long it takes, if it works on Streamlabs that we're using, or if it jumps it, the blue button on the bottom that puts it in the objection crusher. I'm just curious what comes out. It's like Christmas, right? You wait, what the Santa giving you? What's
Oh,
the
nice.
AI goes outing? Uh-huh. Sometimes it takes a little bit there. You have to push the button, generate results. It just plugs it
Yeah,
in. Mhm.
right.
Statistical analysis is the avatar. I think it screwed it up big time, but it's okay. We have to work a little bit on the back end of this, Gary. So, you don't
Yes,
forget.
this is a new app, so this is a work in progress still right here.
Yeah,
Kind of like you're seeing it in beta form right now.
yeah. And sometimes what I will do, I'm on a meeting in a sales training. I have an idea for an app, and I'll just put it in. Uh, and then I give it to Gary to fine tune and make it better because he's the expert in that. And it takes a little bit because we can't do more than one at a time. It needs to be thoroughly tested, and we need your feedback. We actually have a public roadmap on the website, and we are asking if you notice a bug, if something doesn't work, let us know so we can make it better. That we are dedicated to making that the best, most comprehensive AI system on the market for wellness entrepreneurs for the lowest price possible.
Oh, we got an error. We get
Well,
this.
okay.
This is when we're streaming that happens.
What I find interesting, sometimes a reload will get you the result because it still produces
Right. Yeah,
it in the
that's
back
usually what
end.
happens. You have to reload it. It has something to do with anytime we're on camera, it seems we get a little,
It takes computing power.
yeah, we get a little thin on bandwidth.
Yeah, and sometimes it takes a while. So let's just do something else in the meantime. And sometimes it comes back up. It's weird.
It is weird. Okay. Now we're
Maybe
back to
back.
the command center. This is where you have everything at your fingertips here. And then you can see along the top here, we have our live trainings we do every Tuesday. And
Tomorrow,
tomorrow,
wherever you
yes.
are.
I look
Oh, let's
forward to Tuesdays. I mean, today's a special treat. We went live a couple times today out of the blue. And I think we're going to probably do that more often because people seem to like it when we go live and they can see what we're kind of working on and what we're doing behind the scenes. So I think it's something we're going to do more often, right, Christine?
Yeah, we'll just work while being live. What the heck? I mean, we have nothing to hide. And except for personal data of people, we don't have that on the live streams. But what we are
Right.
doing for business, how we are building behind the scenes, how we're connecting with people, that is not a secret. And so I said to Gary, and we agreed on it, both of us, why don't we just run our business live? And if somebody wants to see how a wellness business is managed, grown, we learned a lot. We want to show people. That's get some ideas, do it yourself, apply it, join us, and do it while we are building it. Do it with us. We give you the
Right.
opportunity to do everything that we are doing yourself on our system as part of the AI Wellness Unit. We are a community. We are still looking for volunteers, people that don't want to be paid to promote themselves. It doesn't make sense to pay somebody because if you have a wellness business now and it's not doing as well as you would hope so, we will give you the training. We will give you the opportunity to promote yourself on our platform, on our videos. We'll help you with everything we got. And all you need is a membership. Come on, it's a no-brainer. And you get all the best AI system on the market. It's ridiculous.
It is a no-brainer. You're right. You nailed it. It's a no-brainer. And I think once you check us out, you'll understand what we're talking about. And we get that a lot. We've a lot of people are coming on board lately, and everybody's happy, and things are great. And you're becoming part of a awesome community,
Yeah. I
and
mean,
everybody's
there's people
helping each
that
other.
don't do well, and that is usually the people that have the I can't do it mindset. Even when sometimes I go up to people and say, okay, here we go on a call, 2 or 3 hour, whatever it takes. Give me a task that you want to achieve, and I'll show you on video, on live, we record it, how to do it, how to write your lead magnet. We'll write your lead magnet together, and that really propels them forward. But some people say, no, I can't do it. Well, if you go at that task of building a business with the attitude, I can't do it, I'm sorry, I'm with Henry Ford there. See, whether you think you're right or you're wrong, whatever you think, you are right. Because if
Yes,
you think you can't do it, you're right. You can't.
that's right. You're right.
So there's a willingness to explore it, to do it, and to do what it takes as a
And
commitment.
you can do anything, and then we're here to help too. I mean,
Mm,
hands on support. That's our thing. We're here to help people. So
mm,
ultimately, that's
yeah.
our the driving force behind what we do. So
Yeah.
and we have mentoring packages too. Those are awesome, right? We're having a lot of success with that, helping people
You know,
grow.
we just had an interesting feedback that I noticed where we just showed the messaging sequence that I had with a lady on LinkedIn. How private are private messages? Really, they're not private messages, they're direct messages. Are they private? I'm not sure.
That's a good question. I mean, I think when if somebody's writing a message to a direct message to that one person, they plan on probably only maybe them two seeing that conversation. So I don't know. I guess it just depends on the
It's
person.
yeah,
Really.
it's a really good question. For me, it doesn't matter because I'm an open book.
Same with
Uh,
me. Same with me. I am fully transparent and an open book, and it's like what you see is what you get, and I'm not trying to ever hide anything. And but
I
I know
mean,
some people are more guarded and paranoid,
yeah. I mean,
especially
as
on
long
social
as
media.
we are talking about business, I think it's fine. If there's any private in it or something that would be explicit or related to sickness or health, I would never put that live. I think this is different. But
Right.
really, everything we do online is public to some extent
Yes, it's there forever too.
because Google can know it. Google knows exactly what you put in your private messages, so called. There's nothing private in the internet.
No,
The
there
most
isn't.
private you can get is a Zoom call, and they have a signed script, a phone call, and they can get monitored. You know, don't know. Big Brother's watching you. There's no question about it. The best attitude about that is not to care.
Right. Well, yeah. I mean, I don't know. A lot of times, and then people will give permissions for things like that so that they know, understand that we're
Yeah.
going to share things publicly or not, and then, then everybody's protected, I guess.
I think, yeah, that makes sense. And I mean, if there's anything like a Zoom call, I wouldn't just publish it
Right.
unless there's an expectation. Yeah. Yeah. It's a thing. Yes, they opt in to a marketing messaging. So if they opt in to our system, well, it's an opt in. You
It's
agree
a
to
it's
get
a,
messages.
it's a tricky area, and I don't think we have we don't really know where things are going to go, right?
Yeah.
With in what direction with privacy and all that. It does seem that there isn't much privacy anymore, for sure.
Because those web crawlers, they can reach everything. Now, one thing I always keep private is one on one coaching sessions. I think this is the most private it can get.
Oh,
And I would
absolutely.
never publish that. And I'm not sure if that can be accessed by web crawlers. I would say everything
That's a
you do online
that's a
can
good
be.
question. That's a great question. Never thought about that. See, there's so many unknowns out there too, because things are so new right now, and they're moving at such a speed that regulations, laws,
Yeah.
rules, guidelines. They can't keep up sometimes. So
Oh,
sometimes it's just the Wild West.
and I mean, even if it's not recorded, for example, Zoom has a record. I know they do, and Google knows everything.
Right.
I think if you really want to be private, uh, I don't know a real place. You need to be in an insulated room or in a cave. Some people do that.
Oh yeah. Yep.
Uh, for me, it doesn't matter. I'm an open book. But if it matters to you, I want to hear from you. We want to hear from you. Comment below what you think about that issue. It is an interesting issue. It's a big issue. And even if you think there's a privacy, is it respected by the big search engines? I don't know.
Yeah. Yeah, by them for sure. I doubt it. But from, human to human, we want to try to be as responsible as possible and
Mm.
protect others' information, I think.
Yeah, I agree. And if I ever say or do something that you think is not good to publish, please let me know. I'm not perfect, sadly. I wish I
Oh yeah,
was.
of course. Well, we work well together, and we always try to keep each other on track, which is great. You
Yeah.
know.
And I know we always have sometimes clients, they want to stay more private as others, and others that don't care as much. And that's fine.
Yeah, privacy and security are important to a lot of people, and we hear that, right, Christine? We hear that a
Yeah.
lot. People are worried about they want a secured site, and
Yeah.
we
And
go
it's a big
the
concern
extra
these
mile
days.
to make sure things are protected.
Yeah, we got that question for the Easy AI system. How private is that Easy AI system? Now, we can, of course, we know that each user has their own system and cannot see anything else. What we do here is in our demo system. So that's why Gary and I share that login for the demo system.
Right.
But your personal, if you purchase a subscription from us, this is your system and nobody else than you can see it. At
Right.
least,
Nobody can see it. We
no,
can't see it. If we wanted to see it, we can't see it.
no.
No.
And not even the inventor of the system can see it. Now, I
No.
always
Nobody
say
can
it
see it.
is as secure as any HTTPS website.
Right.
Are they truly secure? I don't know. I'm sure there's government spy systems that can look into that. But hey, nothing is not able to do that these days.
Yeah, well, yeah, it's hard. You're never going to keep Big Brother out.
No, and I always say we are too unimportant for anybody to spy on us.
That's right.
Why should those people that are spying or can spy, why should they spy on us? We are not important. Even if we disagree with them, we are one person, maybe two or three. It's nothing. Even if I say death to the prime minister, whatever, nothing will happen because people don't care what I think, honestly. And I wouldn't wish death to any prime minister, even if I don't like him. I don't think it's a good way to react to anybody, but I hear it from others. I think it's
Oh,
ridiculous.
yes. I know. People put some crazy stuff out there in the. Wow.
It's ridiculous. I mean, if you don't like somebody, fine. So I deeply disagree with your opinion. Perfect. But I want to kill you? That's not appropriate. I'm against violence of any kind. The only
Yes,
violence
100%.
allowed is self-defense. If somebody comes with a gun to me and I have something to prevent them from killing me, I will do that. Otherwise, no.
Yes.
It's a hot topic. I like that we address it a little bit, although we're not experts on that. If you're an expert, let us know what you think. We're always curious to hear more. What
Yes, we
else?
always want to learn.
Do we want to share anything else today, or do you want to wrap it up for today, Gary? What do you think?
I think we could wrap it up. We got
Okay.
some. We have some more work to do behind the scenes, I believe.
Yeah, we have some
This
work
was
to
kind of
do.
an impromptu live, so we
Mm,
normally don't go live on Mondays, but today we wanted to try something different and let people come in behind the scenes, kind of see what we're doing. So it was just a little sample.
yeah, let's see what is, and let us know what you would like to hear more of or less of, or say there was too much information. It's all
All
good.
right. Right.
It's all good. And we tested our system and we'll see if it works. If even anybody pays attention these days where everybody's totally overwhelmed, that's another question.
Right. It's good for us to see the capabilities, and if we have any
Mm.
issues with while we're streaming, trying to show you guys what we're doing. So it seemed like it worked pretty well. So
Yeah, I
we
like
would
the idea of
love feedback.
building the business on live. Why not? It's kind of
Yes.
fun. But of course, we have to work asynchronous too. We are in different time zones. For me, it's getting supper time, so my husband and I will have supper. And Gary wants to have some time for his family too. So yeah, we need to wrap it up.
Yes.
Okay, you take care,
Thank you for
and
being here.
I'll
Take
see you.
care, everybody.
Take care. Bye bye.